comfortable place to start breathing. So find a comfortable seat and go ahead, let your eyes rest closed. And we'll just start this process of breathing in and out of your nose. So allow yourself to arrive. Just notice where you are and even affirm it to yourself as you sit here in and out of your nose. I am in my body. I am here. I am practicing yoga, right? And it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to sit up perfectly straight or breathe perfect. You're just here. So just give yourself a moment to take that in, to breathe in and out of your nose, to truly feel the earth below you, supporting you, holding you up, lifting you up. And if it feels right, expressing gratitude for that, for this ability to be here and now and to simply breathe. Breath, a pace that is comfortable, maybe in for 4, out for 4, and doing your best to keep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. As many times as you need to affirm it to yourself, I'm here, I'm in my body, I'm practicing yoga. The mind will always give us a place that we need to go or that we've been. Right? But we can have this power of breath to continue to be here, to be present. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Letting relax, your jaw relax. The shoulder heavy, the elbows heavy. And just your hands, make sure that you're not gripping, holding on to anything. And as we go through our practice, mantra of self-observation without judgment, knowing that you are enough simply for just. And then from here, perhaps begin to set an intention for your practice. It can be anything you want to bring in, even something you'd like to let go of. And then palms together, let thumbs rest right at heart center, Anjali Mudra, sealing in this intention. Mine today is gratitude if you need to borrow mine. No pressure. And take in a full inhale, a long, slow exhale. Beautiful. And then go ahead, ease the palms down, and we'll start to pull the torso around. So switch out your legs if you would. Just start to circle around, continuing to let this breath flow in and out of your today to take it as slowly as you need to. Oftentimes we think we have to be fast, react immediately, but what our yoga practice gives us the power to do is the power of pause. Good, let's go ahead, reverse, move in the opposite direction. It's a very powerful thing to be able to respond rather than react. So giving yourself as much space and time today in your practice as you need. If you want to just go to child pose the whole time or just sit quietly and breathe and just listen to the sound of my voice, give yourself full permission to do that. A couple more circles and all the way back to center, sitting still and tall, taking in an inhale and exhale. Nice. And then we're going to stay seated, but I'm going to back up a little bit, move these pillows out of the way. And we're going to take our feet wide, flex those feet, and bring the hands beside you, and then windshield wiper your knees, hips, stretching. The more you can flex your feet, so dorsiflex, pull pinky toes back towards hips, the more you're going to feel this in those hips. Good. And then let's let your knees fall over to the left. We're going to do a little bit of hip mobility here to start with. So ideally have this right knee to the inside of your left foot, both feet flexed. So your thumbs, we're going to inhale, reach straight out over the left knee. And then you're going to exhale around the spine. You'll more than likely feel that in the front of the right hip. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale around the spine, lean back. And then one more, inhale, reach forward over the front of that left knee. And exhale, lean back. Nice. And then find neutral with your pelvis. Bring the left hand down. Reach and stretch that right arm up and over. Take some nice deep breaths. Relax both of your shoulders. And then let's circle the arm down and around, creating all the synovial fluid into that shoulder. And just really breathing as you go. Keeping that flow in and out of your nose as best well as you can. Nice. And let's go ahead and reverse. Move the arm in the opposite direction. You go. Awesome. And just be grateful for the opportunity to just be here today, if that works for you. And I want to flow the body. Good. Last circle down. I'm just going to turn to show you. You're going to turn so that you're parallel to that left thigh. Take a big inhale here, lengthen. Tall, tall spine, big inhale, and then exhale, come down onto the forearms. And we're just going to take some time to breathe here. Let your eyes look gently down at the earth and just experience the breath here all the way down into the belly. And feel the breath as you breathe. Oh, so powerful. Good. Nice. And then when you're ready, let's on those hands. And then we're going to come back through center and take your feet viper again, flexing the feet as you go, side to side. Good. And just take it easy, take it slow. Let your knees come to that right side. And again, you'll kind of end up so that the left knee is inside of that right heel. Go ahead, hook those thumbs and give a big inhale, lengthen out over the knee. Around the spine as you exhale, come back. Inhale, come forward. Don't feel like you have to push into anything. Exhale, come back. And last one, big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round that spine, come back. Nice. And then neutral place. So all this nice and neutral. Again, I'm going to turn to show you guys. I'm going to plant my right palm down and then reach and stretch the left arm up. Ear, palm facing floor. Big deep breath here. And then circle the arm. Either direction doesn't matter because we will switch it up in a little bit. Let's breathe into it. As often as you can, try to drop the storyline of the mind and don't force it, but just like, oh, I'm circling my arm. How do you feel? Good. And then reverse, move it in the other direction. So that's what it means to be present. It's not some esoteric thing you have to study. Just like, oh, I was thinking about this thing that happened 5 years ago that doesn't matter anymore, but like feel my arm as it moves through space and feel my shoulder, right? That's what it means to be present. Good. Last circle, come on. And again, I'm gonna turn a little bit here, hands up nice and tall. So inhale, like you're just trying to kind of suck everything in a little bit, and go ahead, come down on those forearms, eyes looking gently down at the earth and in and out of your nose. Awesome. And every little place we go and just breathe is an opportunity to inhabit that space. Don't be afraid to inhabit the space that you're in now. Feel your palms touching the earth, the elbows touching down, the breath as you kind of breathe out against that. Giving all those organs a nice little massage. Good. slowly come back up on your hands. We'll come back and around through center. Again, windshield wiper those knees side to side, hips nice and warmed up. And now let's make our way to the mat for hands and knees, table pose. So any props you need there, blankets underneath knees, blocks underneath hands, just start to cow a little bit. So inhale, belly drops down, heart lifts. Exhale, round the spine. Just going back and forth between these two. If you get in here and you want to do something a little more dynamic, like circling your hips around, feel free to do that. And breathing in and out of your nose. Good. Just move with the breath. Keep dropping in, keep noticing. A couple more breaths here. And then we're going to get into those hips a little bit more. And then let's drop to a neutral table. And we're going to reach the right leg back, flex through the right foot, and then bring the right knee to the side as your foot is flexed. Let's take some really nice big circles with those hips. Good. And then reverse, move the knee in the opposite direction. Keep the right foot flexed. Again, you're always welcome to pause to not do if you need to do that today. Give yourself full permission. Good. And then let's step the right foot through. We're going to stay down here in a low lunge. So right foot, left knee about hip width apart. You may want to curl the left toe under for just a little more stability here. Hands on top of right knee. And then just rock forward and back. Really getting into front of that left hip. Relax your shoulders, your face, your jaw. Maybe breathe along with the movement if that works for you. You don't have to. Good. And when you're ready, let's come forward, drop the left hand down, and then we're going to reach the right arm up into a twist. So you can just kind of hang out, stay straight on here. You can flex that right foot, move it out to the right a couple footprints, let the knee come to the side. Kind of fall down with the left hip or stay straight up. So make this work for you, for your body as it is today in this moment. And then breathe into that, inhabit that space, be here. And again, as many times as you need to, affirm to yourself, I am on my yoga mat, I'm in my body, I'm practicing yoga. Gentle reminder to the racing thoughts. Good, couple more breaths here. Nice, and then let's bring the right foot to center, and we're gonna bring the hands down. This time we're gonna back those hips up, wiggle your right heel forward, flex your right foot, fold. So baby Hanuman, stretching the back of the right leg. If you need to grab blocks or pillows, anything to go up underneath those hands, go for it. And then check in with the back of your neck. Let it be nice and long. Let your shoulders relax, your hands relax. Just breathe. Permission to be here. Permission just to be in this moment. Allowing yourself to take up this space and time. Good, one more breath. Good, and let's bend back into the right knee. Bring your hands to the floor and then little knee down plank, lower to belly. Thumbs in line with chest, tops of feet to floor. Let's inhale into a cobra. Exhale, lower back down. You guys know I love my cobra push-ups. We'll do two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift. And then let's take it back to a child's pose. So knees wide, big toes touching, or knees together, belly on the thighs, either one. And then if you need anything, any props at home there, take them between the thighs and the calf muscles. Let your forehead come to the earth and just breathe. Allowing yourself to find this place of stillness and then to notice the things
around you, the texture below your palms, the feeling of the mat below the tops of your feet, and the feeling of the breath in those ribs. Good. And take in a big inhale, hold it in. Big exhale, send it out. Nice. And then when you're ready, let's come back up to table. Again, move through a little cat cow. Let all of that integrate. Nice. And let's find a nice neutral table. We're going to reach and stretch the left leg back behind you, flex through the left foot, and then bring the left knee out to the side. And then we're going to circle the knee around. So take some nice big circles here with the knee. Breathing as you go, left foot flexing. Try not to tense up your elbows, neck, shoulders, all that stuff. I know it's a lot. And then reverse, move the knee in the opposite direction. Breathing as you go. Awesome. Nice. And let's go ahead and we're going to step the left foot through. You can curl that right toe under here to give yourself a little more stability as we bring the hands up onto this left knee and then just rock forward and back. Awesome. Relax shoulders, face, and jaw. Go at your own pace here, using your own breath. Good. Notice if your mind has already jumped into the twist. It's okay. You're like, I know what comes next. Some of my students would always do that. Like, all right, I'm going to the twist. She's taking too long. It's okay. I'm one of those people that does that. So come all the way forward. Let's drop the right hand down, or I used to be anyway. And then reach and stretch the left arm up. So find your twist. And again, on this side, do what works for you. If you want to walk the left foot out to the left, let the knee open, open chest and heart, and breathe. In and out of your nose. Take up space, notice your breath. Relax face, jaw, all those places. Nice. And let's bring the left foot back to center, hand down, back your hips up, wiggle left heel forward and fold over the left leg. Baby Hanuman left side. Back of the neck nice and long. Breath nice and full. And just breathing in and out of your nose. And let your face and hands and everything just relax, just fold a little bit longer. Nice deep breaths. Good. Let's bend into left knee. Bring those hands to the earth. Go ahead, bring your knees down, a little tiny knee down plank. Just engage your core for a moment and then lower to your belly. Let's just do one Cobra this time. So inhale to Cobra. And let's exhale back into Child's Pose. So go ahead, let your forehead rest on down to the earth. Again, if you need any props to go between your calves and your thighs to support yourself, then please do that. Maybe notice the breath expanding in the chest and heart, a little bit of compression as the legs touch the torso. Good. Slow, deep breaths. And let's take a releasing breath together. So in through the nose, hold for a moment. And then out through the nose, nice, long, slow breath. And then from here, let's come all the way up into table. You can stay in table, move through cat cow, or go ahead and lift yourself up into a down dog. If today down dog just doesn't feel right on your body or sound appealing, skip it. Stay in table. Move through cat-cow. Always give yourself that space and permission to do what is necessary, to stay present, to stay in the moment. Okay, let's reach and stretch our right leg back behind you, bend the knee, open the hip. You can absolutely do this from table, from hands and knees. So get that right hip open. I think it's actually harder to do from table, in my humble opinion. Good, and let's bring the right foot through. Left knee can stay up or down, totally up to you, okay? Bring your hands up onto your hips. So left knee up or down, right foot forward, left leg back. Breathe, expand. Nice. And then we're going to move into another twist. So if your low back is sensitive, you're just going to drop the left hand down, reach the right arm up. If you want something a little bit deeper, palms to prayer, left elbow goes over that right knee. Okay. And again, left knee can be up or down. Breathe out against this twist. Good. Try not to grip the floor with those right toes. Good. Any other little fun variations? I know one person in here used to do this class from our teacher, Joe, where we had all kinds of awesome twist variations. So play around if you want to. Good. And let's bring the hands down to frame the right foot. Step that left foot in, 1 or 2 footprints, left heel to the earth, straighten right leg, pyramid pose. So lengthen out over that right leg. Keep your neck long, shoulders face jaw relaxed, and you're breathing. Now that left foot, you guys know you can turn it so it's 30 degrees towards front corner of mat. It can go all the way forward, but find a place where you feel like you can even out your hips a little bit. Good. Again, shoulders face jaw, nice and relaxed. Lots of stretching in the back of the right leg. Nice deep breath in and out of the nose. Good. And now you're going to press into your right foot and step the left foot forward and fold. You can bend your knees, move side to side, or you can just kind of hang there in the center and notice right versus left, feeling the contrast between the legs. It's another way to quote unquote be in the present moment, just to notice differences. Good. When you're ready, let's inhale, lengthen the torso. And exhale to fold. Plant your palms, bend your knees. Let's walk your way back into a plank. You're welcome to just drop those knees straight down once you get into your plank. Keep your neck long, eyes nice and soft. Let's lower to the belly. Thumbs in line with chest. Tops of feet to floor. Inhale, Cobra. And let's exhale to your child's pose. Again, finding space, creating space. Perhaps taking a moment just to revisit the intention you set. And just, again, feeling the earth below you, the energy around you. And experiencing the breath inside the body. Where do you feel it? Okay, let's do a releasing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. And let's come all the way up to your table. Stay here, or you can go back up into your down dog. Up to you. We're going to move into left side, but we'll take a little bit of time in between. So if you want to just hang in your cat-cow or circle your hips down there in table, or if you're in down dog and you feel some movement coming on, go ahead, explore that, do what you need to do. Awesome. Let's reach and stretch the left leg back behind you, bend the knee, open up the hip. Nice deep breath. Again, you can do that from table. Breathe into the left hip. And then we're going to step the left foot through between the hands. Right knee can be up or down, totally up to you. You're going to inhale, hands up onto your hips to find your lunge. Get those hips nice and square. Breath nice and full. Steady, stable lunge. We're going to move this into a twist. So do whatever twist you did on the first side, okay? So you can have hands in prayer, binding right elbow over left knee, or you can simply drop the right hand down, reach the left arm up. Really breathe out against that twist. Do whatever you need to do so that you can breathe in this shape, so you can really inhabit this place, take up space, breathe deeply. Awesome. Good. Let's drop the hands down, and then we're gonna right foot come in 1 or 2 footprints. Of course, if your right knee was down, you're gonna have to lift it up. Straighten the left leg, fold over the left leg, pyramid pose. So again, same thing. Just make sure when you do pyramid that your heels don't intersect or crisscross. You want there to be some distance between those feet, side to side. Neck is long. Breath is nice and calm, sending the signal to the body that you are in a place where you can allow that held stress and tension in your body to go. You don't need it. This is a wonderful place just to let it go. Good. Couple more breaths here, folding over the left leg, neck nice and long. Good. And then when you're ready, let's press into the left foot. We're going to step the right foot forward and fold. Again, notice the difference between the legs. You can sway side to side. Breathe deeply in and out of your nose. Good. And then when you're ready, let's inhale, lengthen the torso. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, bend your knees. Let's walk it back to another plank. Again, lower those knees straight down if your body's just like, we're not planking today. Good. Take one more inhale wherever you are, lower to belly. And then thumbs in line with chest, tops of feet to floor. Inhale, Cobra. Let's exhale back to child's pose. So finding your child's pose, let your forehead touch down to the earth. Breathe all the way into the ribs, the lungs, the belly, everything. Just being present with this, the forehead touching the floor. The breath as it moves in and out of the nose. Good. Nice. Let's take in a big inhale through the nose, hold it in, and a big exhale out through the nose. Okay, we're going to move into pigeon pose. So if you know that you do pigeon laying on your back, then at this time, go ahead and flip over on your back. Everybody else, we're going to come up into a downward facing dog. If you're unsure, then just keep listening. You'll kind of know once we get in there which one's going to work better for you. So if you're on your back, bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor and just hang out, just chill and breathe. If you're in your down dog, really set yourself up for nice deep breaths, head below the heart, gentle inversion. Awesome. And then let's everybody in down dog, you're going to reach and stretch your right leg back behind you, bend the knee, big hip opener. If you're on the floor, then you'll take your right outer ankle to the left knee, flexing your right foot like a figure 4. Everyone with your right leg in the air, bring your right shin bone now in front of your body for pigeon pose. So we're pretty much in the same shape, right? Everyone on the earth, hang out. Everybody folded over right leg. Inhale, lift up. So Lengthen your torso. Almost imagine you could like suck the earth up into your body. Find those really strong thighs. Big inhale. And now we're going to exhale, fold onto the forearms. If you're on the earth, you can play around here by pulling that left leg into your body, lifting the left foot off the floor, floating it up into the air. Just keep your right foot flexing. And if you're feeling like a lot of tension in your shoulders or your face or your jaw, then you can always bring the left foot back to the floor if you're in that reclined pigeon version. Everybody folded over, check in with your shoulders, face, and jaw. And those of you in the folded over pigeon, the way that I'm doing it, if your knee, the front knee, is hurting, flip over on your back. I think I've mentioned before that I've had multiple years of having to do reclined pigeon because it's actually a hip issue. And I got some chiropractic done and it went away. So sometimes we just got to let the body relax and do what it needs to do. It's processing some piece of stress and we got to let it go. Okay, just relax, breathe in and out of your nose. Good. And when you're ready, those of you on the floor, go ahead and just put your right foot down, put your left foot down, let your knees rest in towards one another. Those of you folded over, go ahead, bring those hands to the mat for support. You're going to curl your left toe under and then lift up and back into your down dog. Make some movement if you want to or need to, or just find stillness. Those of you resting there on your back, you can windshield wiper your knees if you want to, or just rest, okay? Everybody reconnect back in with breath. Sometimes when we're holding a shape, we can hold our breath, just not even meaning to, it's just something that happens. Good. When you're ready, let's reach and stretch the left leg back behind you, bend the knee, open the hip. Good. And if you're on the floor, laying on your back, you're going to take your left outer ankle to the right knee like a figure four. Everyone with the left leg up in the air, let's bring the leg out and in front of the body, shin bone in front of the body. Take a moment here to sit up nice and tall. Engage those thigh bones, hug them in nice and tight, and then come down on your forearms. Good. For a little bit, those of you on your back, play around as you did on the first side. And those of you folded over on your forearms, again, if this left knee doesn't feel good today, honor that. Things that we don't want to play around with, knees, low backs, shoulders. As I get older, past 40, I keep adding more body parts to the list. But those are a few things I know for sure that we don't want to push past any sort of pain in this 41-year-old place that I'm in now. Good. Keep breathing in and out of your nose, allowing yourself to move into rest and digest, releasing anything you need to today. Just a few more breaths in this space. Good. When you're ready, those of you on the earth, hang, bring the left foot down, let your knees rest in. We're going to meet you there. So just hang out, relax, enjoy it. Those of you folded over, bring your hands to the earth, curl that right toe under. Let's come back to down dog, move around a little bit. And when you feel complete and ready, drop down to your knees and come on over onto your back. We're going to meet everybody that's been on the earth kind of hanging, waiting for us all this time. So feel the spine on the earth, get to a comfy place on your mat. Okay. And have your feet about hip width, your knees hip width. We're gonna do one bridge pose. It's so good for the spine before we get back into those hips again. So feet hip width, knees hip width, hands beside your hips. Don't turn your head once you get into this, promise me. Press those feet down, lift your hips up, bridge. You can walk your shoulders underneath you. Breathe in and out of your nose. And just allow yourself to expand into the shape using your breath. Check out the hamstrings. Try to relax them and shift more of your energy into the tops of those hips if you can. Good, couple more breaths here. Try to breathe down into the belly as well as you can. This is a great way to get the breath down into the belly. Nice, let's release hands, arms, lower hips down. Soles of feet together, knees open. Supta Baddha Konasana. Take your hands wherever they just naturally come to. So if you're in this like receptive state today, you can face your palms open, externally rotate those shoulders. If you're in more of a state where you need a bit of grounding, and you can take your hands on top of your hips. Every day is different. Give yourself a moment to experience whatever is there as you slow your breath down. Good. And then when you're ready, you're gonna bring the feet back to the floor, okay? We're gonna do some outer hip stretching. So I'll give you a few options. Go ahead and cross your right knee over your left knee. So here we are, knees crossed, okay? So this is where we start. We're gonna do reclined cow facing or Gomukhasana, okay? So this is where we start. And then if you want to, you're gonna hug these knees in. Now see how you're gonna just press the feet away from one another. You may just keep the grip back here behind those knees with your feet flexing. You might reach up and grab your shin bones and just kind of gently press the feet away from you. Remember to flex your feet. You might grab the pinky toe edge side of your foot and then work towards getting those shin bones parallel. Try to get your low back, your sacrum to touch the earth. Keep your head on the floor. So if your head, neck, and shoulders come up off the floor, go back to step one where you're just gripping back behind those knees. Either shape, any of the three options, or you can make up your own. If none of mine work, you're like, Sarah, what are you even doing? Do your own thing. But take your feet away from one another. You're really going to feel this in the outer hips, probably more so in that right outer hip than the left. Take a couple more breaths. Awesome. Good. And then you can just simply uncross the legs, set your feet down. Ooh. Palms facing open, feet as wide as your mat. Flex your feet. Let's windshield wiper those knees, unwind the back. Let all that blood flow just all down and through the legs. Good. Nice. And then let's bring the feet back to the floor. And this time we're going to cross the left knee over the right knee. Okay, so you can just stay here and do this. Okay, this is fine. And if you want to, you can hug the legs in, first taking the grip to hold back behind the knees. Step one, okay? Or step one's actually feet stay on the floor. Next step, grab the shin bones or ankles, whatever you can kind of reach, and then just gently take the feet away from one another. Press the feet away from one another. And then the next thing, grab those outer edges of feet, flex your feet, pull the knees away. Keep the head, neck, and shoulders on the earth. Keep your tailbone, and well, your tailbone's gonna lift a little bit, but your sacrum, the low back, keep that guy on the earth. Keep your breath nice and full. And again, if you need to just like skip everything I'm saying, if nothing that I am saying works, there's nothing wrong with you. You just modify this practice so that you can go somewhere and breathe. That is it.
Couple more breaths. Nice. Good. When you're ready, let's go ahead and uncross the legs. Whoop. Bring those feet down, feet as wide as your mat. Arms to your cactus, windshield wiper, knees side to side. Let all that blood flow back down into the legs, back down into the hips. Awesome. Good. And we're going to twist from here from this windshield wiper place. But if you would like to take a different twist today, if the one that I offer is not what you want to do, then feel free to do a different twist. But you'll go ahead and drop your knees to the left and look right. We'll stay here for just about a minute. So anything that you would like to do to expand this twist or collapse it, whatever you need to do here, give yourself permission to do that. But don't overthink it if you can help it. Really let those exhales extend out a bit longer than your inhales. Maybe in for 4, out for 6. Good. Keeping your exhales nice, long, and think about them being like luxurious. You can just kind of hang out in those exhales. One more nice long exhale. Bring your head back to center, knees back to center. Let's windshield wiper a little bit. Integrating the twist. Awesome. And let's bring our knees to the right side. Head towards left. Left shoulder heavy. Probably repeat what you did on the first side. And just go right into almost like luxuriating in those exhales. Just like, just a nice place to hang out. Totally parasympathetic. Your body just appreciating and enjoying this space, this time. And again, whatever thoughts are coming in, they're not wrong. You're just letting them just play. Good. Slow exhales. And just a couple more breaths here. Nice. When you're ready, let's bring our head back to center. Bring those feet back to center. We're going to go ahead and give those knees a big old nice hug in. Awesome. And then any other little movements you want to take here, we're heading towards relaxation, Shavasana. So if you want to like circle your knees around or take any other movements, feel free to do that. Good. Nice. And then when you are ready, go ahead, set your feet down. We are going to shift and move into Shavasana. So any position that works for you. Let's do a little bit of diaphragmatic breathing once we get there. So if you are on the earth, laying down, make sure that your low back is comfortable. So if you need to bend your knees, take your feet to the floor, you can do that. That's a really supportive thing for your low back, or taking pillows underneath the bent knees. I love Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of feet together, knees open, but just find what's comfortable for you.
Go ahead, place your palm onto your lowest belly, whichever one you choose is fine, and the other palm onto the side of your rib cage, on just one side, obviously. Let your eyes start to just flutter closed, getting heavier, heavier, feeling the eyelids touching the face. And then once those eyelids just touch the face, feel this warmth just kind of spread over the whole face, the head falls back to the earth, the jaw, everything relax, and you feel this ease of breath just beginning to purposefully breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose. Try not to force anything if you can help it, but just breathe in nice and deep. Let's take that in for a count of 4. As you breathe out, take it out for a count of 6. Good. Just going at your pace, breathing in for 4, breathing out, count of 6 if you can. You can always shift it to be 4 and 4 if that works better. Continue that pace in for 4, in through the nose, out for 6, out through the nose. And then let there be like a heaviness of your hands. So just scan your hands, your shoulders, your elbows, forearms, all those places. Just unconsciously, you might be holding tension, just trying to keep your hands in that position. Just let them still be there. One hand on the belly, one hand on the rib cage, but just like let them be heavy. So no gripping, no holding on, just like it's just resting. This beautiful, nurturing touch of your hand, body, your belly, your ribs. Breathing in and out of your nose. Inhaling in for 4. And as you inhale, feel the belly expand, the ribs expand, and then exhale out for 6, just slowly feeling the hands just fall naturally down to the belly. Inhaling in, feeling that expansion, the filling up of the belly, the ribs. Exhaling, feeling everything fall down, relax. And just let this happen naturally. Continuing to feel the support of the earth below you. This beautiful natural flow of breath. And if you're like, I don't get it, this isn't happening for me, I'm not feeling anything, it's okay. It's okay. You just let yourself breathe. You just allow yourself to be in this space. Let go of the perfection, let go of this need to have to like get it right. You'll never get it right because there's no such thing. Just be here, let your body breathe. Good. And then if you're comfortable, if you want to just leave your hands right where they are, go for it. If you want to at this time shift move to palms facing up or palms on those hips, whichever energetically feels the best to you at this moment, take that. And give yourself the space and time to just breathe naturally, normally in and out of the nose. Soft, steady, allowing. Good. And then just stay with the breath. Stay with the up and down. And start to let your body become a bit heavier and heavier. Allowing those feet to be nice and heavy, relaxing down into the earth. Calf muscles, the shin bones. Feel some warmth around the kneecaps, letting that spread
Back behind the knees, just so soft and warm, comforting. Tops of the thighs, the thigh bones melting down heavily into the earth, knowing you're in this safe, protected space where you can just truly release all those tension, the held tension in your legs. Moving up into those hips. And just really letting those hips drop, relax, be held. Lowest belly, feeling the inhale, that gentle expansion, a love note to your body as you just fill it with all that breath, all that space. The low back, able to release and spread here onto the earth. Middle back. The belly button, feeling all the air just spreading into the belly button. Ribs expand. Chest and heart filled with light, filled with all this beauty. All the healing that you need available to you in this body and this breath as it spreads through the fingers, the hands, elbows, upper arm bones, everything just nice and heavy. Safe and supported, held by the earth below you, held by this energy here I offer to you. To just linger in those exhales, to luxuriate in this place of rest. The jaw relaxing. Cheekbones resting back to the head, the forehead broadening, top of the head receiving and releasing. And this warm blanket of healing energy spreading over your entire body now in this moment, permission to fully let go. To release any held stress, tension, stories that are in your body that you no longer have need or use of. And taking in a big inhale, holding it in. Big exhale, letting it all just go. And when you're ready from here, if you want to just hang out on the floor and just lay here, take a nap, cool, do it. No pressure to move. If you want to, you can begin to stretch arms and legs, wiggle legs and fingers, toes, all the things. Start to bring those knees to hug into your chest. And then move on to your favorite side. From your side, you'll come up to your seat. Again, hang on the floor as long as you need to or want to. And up into your seat, sitting tall, eyes closed. Bring your palms together, let thumbs rest right at heart center, sealing in your practice, your intention. Taking in a big inhale, holding it in. Exhale, send it out. Jai Bhagwan, namaste. Thank you guys so much for coming and practicing today.